So personal growth and personal responsibility, in my opinion, go very much hand in hand. Personal growth is really about taking some personal responsibility for your behavior, your actions. So when you're in a situation and you think, wow, geez, I've been here before, this kind of feels familiar, that's the time to really like get off the treadmill of life, stop, look around, and start evaluating what's really going on here. Like, I had to do it. I was dating the same man over and over and over. Not the same man, but the same man that was wearing the same mask, and I was getting the same results. Relationships weren't working out. I had to take some personal responsibility. I had to figure out what wasn't working. Well, what wasn't working is that I was identifying with men that could not communicate. Well, that worked at a time for me, but now it doesn't work. I had to take a look at myself very seriously and say what wasn't working. So now I just make that a habit. And once you evaluate what's going on, and then and if you're really true to yourself and know who you are, then you can understand. Then you can evaluate, does this friendship still work for me? Does this relationship work for me? So if you want to grow professionally, you need to grow personally first. They go hand in hand. There's not being successful at work and not loving yourself. You know, you really have to take some time to get to know who you are. Personal responsibility always. If you're having a relationship issue at work, look at your role, identify what you're doing, and then fix it so that it works better for everybody in the office. When you're in a situation and it doesn't feel right, whether it's personally or professionally, so you go back to self-love and self-identification. If we know who we are and what we believe about ourselves to be true, what we like, what we don't like. I worked in a corporate environment for about a year. That was the longest year for me. That was enough because I just don't fit into corporate environment. I'm not a sitting in a cubby kind of girl. So if you identify who you are and you really take that journey of self-exploration and self-love, and you know who you are, you can be true to yourself. Because honestly, you may be in a situation at work that's just really not for you. It might not work out for you. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means you're being true to yourself. I'm not saying wake up tomorrow and quit your job. Oh, I don't get along with my boss. No, what I'm saying is wake up tomorrow and get to know yourself a little bit better, because when we know who we are, then we know how to handle situations in life, whether it's personally or professionally. Nobody's perfect, but you got to be true to yourself first. Be true to yourself always.